Well, good evening, everybody. If you're from my neck of the woods, it's good evening. Welcome to the Launcher's Brake Pedal Arca series. And tonight we're in Rockingham, the Rock. 1 mile racetrack, bumpy all over the place. Hope you got your mouthpieces in. You might lose a few teeth. And we're getting ready to hit the track for 100 laps here. Gonna be a lot of fun. Grid is already getting rolling, so let's go ahead and bring that up and let's see who is the winner of our Chuck Pegleg Pole Award winner. That's John Cofield. Congratulations to him on winning that award. And what's this? Get a little grid music going on, keep you hyped up here as we get ready to get this thing rolling. Jonathan Cofield on pole. Front row, right beside him, Jason Warren, Andy Kurtz. Starting third, Eric Burkhalter with a great qualifying effort. Starting fourth, Adam Lang starting fifth. Tyler Rice starting sixth. Starting seventh, William Griffith. Starting eighth, Stephen McDonald. Starting ninth, Charles Stevens Jr. Starting 10th, Chuck Pegleg Phelps himself. Todd Schott starting 11th. Matt Clemens starting 12th. Starting 13th, Alan Warnecki. Starting 14th, Phil Hitman Monzo. Starting 15th, Brandon Pollock. Starting 16th, Josh the Jet Oswald. Starting 17th, Brandon Shithead Wallace. Starting 18th, Mickey Isaac. Starting 19th, Garrett Kander. Starting 20th, Aaron Johnson. Starting 21st, me. But no, I'm actually in the booth. Starting 22nd, Aaron Adcock. Starting 23rd, Daniel D. Cunningham. Starting 24th, Josh Lokovitz. Starting 25th, Colton Lanford. 26th, Spencer Gay. 27th, Dave Jones. And me, Gene Watkinson, starting in 28th position. Well, how's everybody tonight? Sure glad to have you here on Rebel Racing Network as we get ready for some awesome action tonight. And the grid is starting to roll off now. And man, we've got 100 awesome laps tonight. As man, this track is going to be interesting. It's a very fun track. These cars, they just work perfectly here. You'll see some tire wear be a factor. Passing can be a little bit difficult. Can be running the top and bottom all over the place. Pace car get ready to head down pit road, and it does. Green flag here at the North Carolina 100. Oh no! And Jonathan Cofield on the start is gonna spin out and collect a lot of drivers as he spins his tires. And from the pole position, our Chuck Pegleg Pole Award winner goes around, and he is stuck up against the wall. Matt Clement, Mickey Isaac involved there, and that was a lot of drivers involved in that one as leader, the pole sitter, spins his tires, and that's not what you want to see. Actually, go back and see at the moment it happens as we kind of slow it down, and we're going to give you maybe a better view. I'm not sure. Here we go. And you see right there, you start to see him get a little out of shape there, and he's going to try to correct it. And when he does, those rear tires are way off the ground, and he almost clips Jason Warren. Eric Burkhalter really nowhere to go there. He goes up against the wall, and man, already trouble as Matt Clement gets right on the gets hit on the back bumper by Fields. He's trying to come to a complete stop, and then Mickey Isaac comes in with a little toe touch there. So, man, Kander Palmer and Rich Records rewind before the field even takes the green flag. Really, they didn't even make it across the start-finish line, and man, we've got a lot of damaged cars. Guys already going to have to use their fast repair. They do have one. They have 3 sets of tires for this whole race, and this track's going to eat them alive. And, man, I tell you, I don't know. There's a bounty on the 153 tonight as he is he's been on a sort of a roll here in the last few weeks. He hasn't won every race. He won at Milwaukee back in March. Necula won at Bristol. Then he wins at Iowa. Garrett Kander wins at Richmond. And then he wins 2 weeks ago at Las Vegas. But they put a bounty on Jonathan Cofield as he has been sort of the class of the field for most of the last few weeks. But tonight, a little bounty on his head as I think there's 10 iRacing dollars for whatever playoff driver, I believe, beats Cofield. So I don't know. I don't understand why he's got a bounty on his head. But you know, if someone's trying to win money, that was about as good as start as you can get with him spinning his tires. So, but that gives the lead over to Jason Warren and Andy Kurtz. Andy Kurtz, a part-timer in this series. I believe I don't remember who won the championship last season, but he can only run a few races. A little special race here, trying to keep the car count full here. 27 drivers here tonight taking the green flag. So, a really nice sized field. Cofield definitely not going to be out of it, though. Got plenty of time to catch back up. The Arca series, you know, I don't know, 100 laps is not that many. You got 32nd-ish laps. 100 laps is not a lot of time, so if you get behind the 8 ball, you did it early, you got the whole race ahead of you, but man, it's an uphill climb for sure. As Cofield's all the way back in 27th place. Only 3 sets of tires, 1 that you start on, 2 that are in the pits. So tire wear is going to be a big factor. You can't just pit every time the caution comes out. You've got to make these tires last. So definitely don't want to pit before lap 35-ish if you want to try to get every set on the car. But obviously that will change depending on the situation. But Jason Warren going to lead us down to the green flag. Gets a good jump on Andy Kurtz. There, nose and tail going down into 1 and 2. You'll see a bunch of different lines as you watch these drivers here. As early on, you kind of want to be down on the bottom, and but as the run moves on, you start to see cars creep up to the top side. The top side is really, really good on new tires too. Get a great run off the corner. You see Chuck trying to do on the 72 of Alan Wernicke. You see that bottom really good right now, but as the tires start to wear out that bottom, not be as good. See Brandon Pollard really making that top side work here. So you'll see everybody start to migrate up there, and really want to drive down to the corner, go all the way up to the top, and get a good run off. Sorry about the chat. We're going to have to figure out a way to clean that up. What's going on there? Got a battle here between Josh Oswald and Stephen McDonald. Oswald up 8 spots from where he started. He has been making moves, dodging that wreck, obviously. Drive in there on Stephen McDonald. Steve tries to come back on the middle of the corner, but Josh is able to clear him and move on. Passing will actually be a little bit harder than I think it would be. depending on how the tire situation works. But you're gonna have to work on guys quite a bit to get those runs. Not as much power in these cars versus a pickup car or even some of the more powerful stock cars. Looks like Charles Stevens Jr. gets in the wall there in that gray and orange 88 machine. How that can take that position away. But yeah, not too much power off the corner. You can really flat foot it and not lose the back end. So that makes whenever you can flat foot it and not have the rear tires kick out, it can be really, really difficult to pass. Josh Oswald to the inside of Charles Stevens. It really illustrates how bumpy it is, too, with this track. You see, as he goes down the corner, you just see the car just kind of constantly bumping, and 3 and 4 is really, really bad. And that makes it a little bit more difficult. It changes the balance of the car as you go through over those bumps. So it'll be tighter, looser. If you don't get on the gas just right, you can find the front end kind of sailing or the rear end step out. So it's really, really important that you keep a balance. You see how hard it is. He's trying to get down to the corner. The car wants to slide up, having to put a lot more wheel into it than he wants to. Yeah, those bumps are going to be problematic for a lot of drivers tonight. Looks like Josh Oswald able to make that pass. Let's go up front and see what the lead looks like. Jason Warren with a 3/10 lead over Andy Kurtz, but Andy Kurtz got Adam Lang breathing down his neck. So we got sort of a three-way battle here for the top spot as we are on lap 15 of 100. So these laps are clicking away pretty quickly. I would imagine you could go halfway on fuel, so probably looking at lap 50, 51. You could probably go further than that, but the way the tire fall off is going to be, you're going to come down pit road as soon as you possibly can to make sure you get that set of tires. So assuming that nobody tries a two-stop strategy, which is usually a bad call, one stop it at lap 50 is probably going to be the call. So we'll see how the fuel shakes up, though, but usually at these tracks, that's how it goes. But we'll see. We'll see what guys decide to do. That's part of the fun, seeing how it all plays out. Al Renecki up 8 spots from where he started. He has cracked the top 5 as he passes Tyler Rice there in the 6th car. And he is on the move. Al Renecki, a mainstay in this series. Hopefully get to, a yellow flag is out. Yellow flag is out as Spencer Gay goes around. Oh, Spencer Gay, Matt Clement. Matt Clement, his right front tire is off the car. That general tire hanging off the right front there. So Spencer Gay, Matt Clement involved in this one as well. Let's go see what happened there. Watching with Spencer Gay. Oh my goodness, is Matt Clement already going around here. We'll kind of back it up so we can see in the Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind, but Cofield involved. Cofield getting a run off the corner. The 19 is going to get to the wall and get stuck there. And as the 153 is trying to get around him, he's able to yank it off the wall, but unfortunately, and Spencer Gay comes in with a hard hit there. Thank God we're on a computer. That would be a back-breaking hit right there. So, yeah, just one of those deals where you get stuck on the wall. The Arca car here, very weird on iRacing, as it seems to get stuck to the wall and you can't get it off for some reason. And then by the time you do, you pretty much yanked it off into somebody. Cofield probably could have gave him a little bit more room to operate there, I would think. But, I'm just a broadcaster. I don't get to make calls. It's hard in a split-second decision to say what somebody could have or couldn't have done. But Matt Clemens still driving around with that tire hanging out. Don't know what, probably trying to avoid going a lap down. Has yet to use a fast repair, so he should be able to get that car fixed. But Cofield back in pits again, as he has not had a good night starting on a pole. Chuck Pegleg, pole award winner, involved in another one. But up front, nobody comes down pit road. I know a lot of guys would probably love to, but I think it's still way too early to come down and get that set of tires. They're still on their first set, so really want to make it to lap 33, 34 at least. So I think if you see a caution around lap 30, 30 to 35, I think you'll see everybody come down pit road. But before that, track position going to be important, and you want to make sure you have a set of tires. You really want to stretch. Honestly, the way that this particular track will wear these tires out, you would love to be able to stretch it all the way to lap 50 and then, run it all the way to the end. If you get a late race caution, you still have a set of stickers still in the pits. You're going to be rolling compared to everybody else. It's always a funny thing. That's why I love tire limits. I like them just because they make you think a little bit. It can be frustrating, especially if you feel like you're, maybe the fastest car on the track, to have the tire thing be sort of irritating, especially at the end of the race. You've dominated, done everything you can do, and a guy comes down pit road in 8th or 9th and drives up through the field and takes the win away. But that's what we call racing. But so far the race has been really good. The first incident with Jonathan Cofield spinning his tires back up into the field, you don't hardly ever see that. Kind of a freak deal, and then Matt Clement getting to the wall. That just happens here in the Arca series. But lights on the pace car are off, getting ready to go green as he's going to take the left-hand turn onto pit road. Jason Warren, Andy Kurtz, Adam Lang, William Griffith, and Tyler Rice is your top 5. Currently, I think Alan Wernicke actually in the 5th place, but you get the idea. And Jason Warren gets another really good start. Adam Lang actually gets a nice one. Andy Kurtz actually in the wall there as he's going to get into the wall, kind of check everything up. Adam Lang going to say thank you, sir, and drive on by. Ooh, Andy Kurtz almost in it again. Got that right front maybe a little bit too hot, not wanting to turn on him. So Andy Kurtz going to drop back to about the 4th place, and now he's under fire from Josh Oswald. So he's trying to stay with it, but man, look at this gaggle of cars back here as we got guys racing all over the track, all kinds of battles as we watch Chuck Phelps, Brandon Pollock, Josh Lokovitz, and Eric Burkhalter, Colton Lanford, Aaron Adcock back here battling it out. Guys trying to get themselves situated, move towards the front. We got all kinds of playoff drivers tonight. We'll kind of highlight those in a minute once the racing sort of settles down. Man, this is awesome right here. Look at these guys using 3 different lanes. Man, they are making it look good. Brandon Pollock really likes to run the top side pretty much every series and race I've ever seen him run. And I think once the tires start to wear out a little bit, that will be to his advantage. He is able to clear Chuck there, for at least for the time being. So running that line I think will be beneficial. But right now it's just going to be difficult to make that pass. Go back, back up front at Andy Kurtz. Hanging on to that 4th place. And he's got a couple new drivers. Got Aaron Johnson, a fantastic short track racer. I can't say that I know how good he is in the bigger cars, but I tell you what, I mean, the proof's in the pudding. He's eating vanilla, because right now he's in 5th place, started 20th, and he is on the move. So looks like his talents are definitely translating really well to this Arca car, along with Jason Warren. He's trying to hold off a hard charging Adam Lang, though. You see Alan Renecki, man, getting all kinds out of shape off the corner there. And you see these guys start to jump up to the top side. Talked about it a little bit earlier about how that top side is going to be really, really fast. The car just will not turn. These Arca cars are. Oh, he's going to get to the wall. Jason Warren does. Gives it a little tap. Doesn't look like it was too hard of a hit. But these Arca cars, pretty much the fixed setup, they're always sort of built tight on entry just to make it drivable. And so what that means is it's going to just by nature burn the right front off. And this track is just built in such a way that you have to really put a lot of wheel into it to keep it down to the bottom. So if you can just naturally let it go up the track, use that banking to get a good run off, it actually is a really good way of saving tires too. So that's why you'll see them kind of head that way. On new tires, it will definitely grip, but older ones won't. Watch this battle as Adam Lang trying to reel him in. Is a little bit faster than Jason Warren here. Let's see if he can find a way to pass. That's going to be the toughest part, because you're driving the outside line with Jason Warren, but now you got to pass him. So you got to get down to the inside. Yellow flag is out. Mickey Isaac sitting sideways. Spencer Gay involved again. Chuck Feltz actually involved. So not really sure what happened. Let's see if we can get the Kander Farm and Ranch records. We want rewind up and go, and let's see if we can find out what happened. Mickey Isaac here. You see Chuck in that red card. Oh, Brandon Paul looks like he was not clear, and we'll see before we run in that middle line. Yeah, it just doesn't come off the corner. You know, you say, well, Stephen McDonald hit him, but yeah, you have to, though. You've got all this this real estate up here on the outside of the corner, and the car naturally inertia is gonna take it out to the wall. And so when you hold it down like that, the car on the inside, the expectation is that you go out to the wall. And when you hold it down like that, trying to either block or make a move, that's what you're going to see. So unfortunately, a couple drivers involved with that. But now we got everybody coming down pit road as we're on lap 34. So everybody going to come down, get 4 tires, get a full tank of fuel, maybe even get a little repair, a little drink, and get back on the track. I doubt we will see anybody take 2 tires. It's going to be a lot of 4-tire stops. If you've been in the back and you worked your way to the front, you actually would like to really see this caution. It's going to work out in your favor if you're Alan Renecki, if you're Garrett Kander, Aaron Johnson, Daniel Cunningham, Josh Locomitz, Aaron Adcock, even Colton Lanford back in 15th, who's gained 10 spots since the drop of the green flag. Now you've kind of had to use a little bit of your tire to get through the field and on that first set. So now you get to come down and kind of reset and be more on equal footing with the front runners who have been able to take it a little bit easier. So if it goes green all the way, starting in the back can be a disadvantage. Just never can catch up with this caution. Now they've been able to equalize just a little bit. But still a long way to go. If we end up in this thing, you know, where we run 10, 15 laps in caution, this could be a longer race. Hopefully we can get sort of a green flag run to the finish. I'd be interested to know how much fuel, how many laps you can make on a tank of fuel. I would think that they are outside of that range, but you just never know. I think tires are just going to be too important. I don't know if you can really gamble on trying to make it on fuel from here. I doubt you can anyway. Let's see if the Arca points will actually pull up. Does not, but hey, I'm going to give you the idea of who the playoff drivers are that are left in this round. You got Jonathan Cofield, Garrett Kander, Jesse Nekula, Charles Stevens, Adam Lang, Mickey Isaac, Brandon Wallace, Brandon Pollock, and William Griffin. Brandon Pollock is where it stops. So 8 drivers in the playoffs. And unfortunately, Jesse Nekula not here tonight. You know, championships are fun, but man, we're just here to have a good time and have fun racing around people, especially a group like Original Rebels with a lot of really fantastic people. That's what it's about. Championships are fine, and yeah, you want to win, and it's a good bragging right thing, but we want guys to come out and race, have a good time. Playoffs are going to take sort of a backseat to racing. Green flag is out. Jason Warren gets another good start. Got fresh tires, get another chance to get this thing rolling. Oh, no, Garrett Kander. Oh, and it gets hit from behind as he spins. And, oh, another huge wreck as Cofield involved as well, as Garrett Kander gets a loose off the corner and overcorrects into the field. And we've got another caution out, as this is probably not the Kander Farm and Ranch wreckage rewind that they wanted to see, but let's go back and check it out, as we already see him right here. Utilizing the 2-foot smash. You see him get on the gas here, and you see that bobble, and that car just gets loose, and he's just 2-foot smashing it. And what that means is he's pressing the gas and the brake at the same time. And Daniel Cunningham, let's see what his view looked like as he's coming off with a head of steam off this corner. Yeah, and I know exactly what he's thinking here. You probably think, well, it looks like he ran right into him. Well, right here, he sees him get loose, and he's thinking, oh, gosh, he's going to overcorrect right up in front of me into the wall. So he cuts down left, and as soon as he does the 2-foot smash that keeps the car straight, nothing he could really do there. So definitely not on Daniel D. Cunningham, just an accident. But Garrett Kander just gets loose and tries to save it, and unable to do so. And it happens. It happens to the best of us, man. You get up there and you're trying to wheel it, especially on brand new tires, always when it's the scariest. And tried to save it, just couldn't do it. And that brings out our third caution of the night. So got a lot of drivers on pit road. Steve McDonald coming down to get some damage fixed. Charles Stevens Jr. on pit road as well. Eric Burkhalter, we saw his left front tire bouncing around inside the fender well. He looks like he is going to be having to call it quits tonight. Brandon Wallace is out. Gene Watkinson out. So a lot of really, really good drivers out already. And we've seen some pretty big wrecks. This track is it can get tight in there. Well, if you're just joining us, we've had a couple wrecks already. One on the start is Jonathan Cofield, who started on pole. Wrecks, spins his tires and spins back up into the field, causes a ruckus. He's actually recovered a little bit at this point up to 9th place. And then we had Matt Clement get into the wall, and Jonathan Cofield gets into the back of him. And then what we just saw, Garrett Kander gets loose, tries to lock her down to keep from yanking it back up into the field. Daniel Cunningham trying to preemptive avoid that, and gets into the back of him, and another pile up. So I tell you one thing, when they wreck big, that's for sure. There hadn't been any single spins or much of anything. It's been big, lots of cars involved. I feel like this race is going by pretty quickly. We're almost halfway, about 8 laps from now, so not that much time. You definitely won't be getting caught up in too much mess. Pace car is off. Jason Warren going to lead us back down to the green flag. Gets a nice start. And I love it. I love to see these cars come up off the ground. Those old coil bind setups. I don't know if iRacing is modeled that way. I'm not really sure on that, but you can definitely see the front end. You see the I'll get in trouble if I say the wrong thing. It's a splitter down at the bottom. It's not a splitter. It's called something else. I'm sure someone will correct me, but you can see as they go down in the corner and you get on the brakes, the front end kind of slams on the ground just to generate as much downforce, and then off the corner, you see how the front end kind of lifts up as Andy Kurtz, Alan Wernecke getting a little sideways there. It's like Alan having a little issue here on the start, getting those cold tires rolling. I think it's front valence. I think that's what it is. Whatever. Oh, Josh Lokovitz gets into the wall, and Aaron Johnson going to get clobbered up, and golly, Jonathan Cofield. I'm not laughing, Jonathan, because it's funny, but I'm just, and oh my goodness, and he spins back up into the field. Tough night from the very beginning from Jonathan here. As you see, you're going to see Lokovitz in that 79 get up into the wall, and when Aaron Johnson comes back down, Cofield is there. Tries to get it back going. He's just going to loop it right back up in front of Phil Hitman Monzo. But, man, tough night for that 153. Very, very tough night. But you got to stay in it. You know you're fast. We'll actually look and see what. So Rockingham is the first race of the 2-race playoff, and that's tough. I mean, it's tough to have a bad race the first race in, because it can mean that you pretty much are a must-win next week. So if Cofield can't try to get a good finish, he's on pit road now with Aaron Johnson. Gonna need to get some damage fixed. You need to stay out there and try to salvage as much as you can. Keep that car clean. Get out of these wrecks, which none of them. I mean, the first one was his, just him spinning his tires, but the last few have not really involved him at all. So it can be frustrating, but got to stay in it. Got to get as many points as you can get, because you don't want to just give up and end up being pretty far down the standings next week. So got to stick with it. Yeah, it looks like what he's going to do. But up front, still, Jason Warren, we really haven't seen much movement out of the front few, especially since that caution on lap 34, where Alan Wernecke, Andy Kurtz able to make it up front. It looks like Garrett Kander was going to be able to get up there, but then he gets loose off the corner. But we still have a lot of Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award winners in play. Josh Lokovitz up 19 spots. Colton Lamford up 19. Dave Jones up 19. Quite a few drivers have either started in the back on purpose or just didn't have a good qualifying effort, has been able to slice and dice their way through the field. Well, as always, we've got awards to give out. We've got to give the Mr. Irrelevant Award, the best paint of the night. Smeal Racing Design, best paint of the night. Sapolsky window tinting, Mr. Irrelevant. Of course, we'll have the Shappy Edits, post-race interviews, Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award, and the P&J Hard Look Award. And I tell you what, that Jonathan Cofield seems like the front runner for that one. Tough night. Well, getting ready to get this race back under green. Hoping for some green flag laps is it's really been tough for just about anybody to get anything going. So hopefully we can see some green flag racing here as Jason gets the green flag, gets a good jump on Adam Lang as they are nose to tail going down into 1 and 2. Jason able to get clear. Adam Lang, though, under fire from Alan Wernicke. Watch that turn 2 exit. That's where we've seen a lot of issues. Adam Lang going to drive it deep into the corner. Let's see if what Wernicke can do. Not able to do anything with Adam as he gets a great run off the corner as they go down into 1 and 2. Oh, and Jason Warren is going to have to check up off of 2. I told you to watch that one as he gets really tight and has to get out of the gas. Almost gets up into the wall. Adam Lang going to be all over the back bumper. He's going to look to the inside as they go down to turn 1. Alan Wernicke going to dive down to the bottom. And, man, they're racing all over the place. It's great. Alan Wernicke gets to the inside of Adam Lang, but the top side is going to prevail so far. And Alan actually has to get up out of the throttle quite a bit. Something to think about if you're trying to make passes off of turn 2. But Jason able to hold off that charge, at least for the moment. And I think that's the best thing that Jason Warren has got going for him is hanging on to that track position. Don't give it away as old Griff is into the wall. He's hanging on to it, but he ain't going to be able to save it. Oh, he does save it. The wall saved. I don't know. He's still wrecking. He's still wrecking. Feels like he's still wrecking. Garrett. Good grief. What a save as the 12 is able to use the wall to get the ship righted back. And he's going to lose a few spots, but that could have been way worse. So good job by him. Let's go back up front and see as Adam Lang all over the back bumper. But it's going to be so hard for him to make that pass on the inside. Seems like he always gets a run going down into 1 and 2, but we've seen Alan not be able to make that bottom groove work. You see Adam trying to set him up, run the high side with him, and get a better run off the corner as trying to figure out how to make this pass. It's going to be very, very difficult for the 8. Oh, and no, and I think, they squeezed him a little bit. Jason Warren almost made the mistake of giving him the outside. That's one thing you can't do. You got to make him pass you on the inside. He would love to take that high side and just drive right on around you. So Adam Lang definitely seems to be faster, but he can't really make the run off the the bottom side. Now Allen is going to join the fight along with Andy Kurtz. Alan Radecki dives down to the inside. We'll see if he can make that bottom side do anything off of 2. It's just so tight. You need to use the whole track really to get up there. But it's a great battle here. It's hard to say if Jason is taking it easy, just saving his tires the best he can, or if Adam has just found a little extra. But you see that top side, that track position, going to be hugely important, as it is just difficult to pass once the tires get a little hot. And running an outside line like this, you can't really bump the guy. You say, well, why don't you just go up there and give him a little bump and move him out of the way? Well, he can't do that. A, you don't want to piss the guy off. It's still, there's still 40 laps to go. But you also, if you put him in the wall, you're going to be right behind him on that high side. So it's very difficult to make this work if you're Adam Lang. The main thing is to just be patient and wait for either the 32 to make a mistake, or if you go into pits and you can leapfrog him that way. Patience is the key whenever it's like this. You don't want to try to push the issue too much. One little mistake from Adam, and he goes back to 4th place in a heartbeat. So it's a great battle up front, but we will trying to wait and see if I don't want to miss a pass from the lead. That happens from time to time. It's such a great battle up front. It's really hard to go away from this, but I know there's a lot of folks that are racing their guts out right now. Let's see, Adam Lang going to try to take that top side. Jason Warren going to block that top line. Man, this is awesome. Allen definitely feels like he's faster, just nowhere to go. He can't really do anything with the bottom. The bottom is pretty quick if you can use like what he's been able to do when he's running by himself. Is Adam Lang all over the back bumper of the 32. But whenever you're by yourself, you're able to use the whole track. You see him come off the corner here and get all the way up to the wall. And whenever you're able to use that, the bottom line is pretty quick. But as soon as you get a car to the outside, you can't use that whole track. And the top side and Adam Lang going to get a nice run down the front straightaway, side by side, going into turn 1 and 2. Is he going to be able to make this work? Really great run there. He's going to get a good, oh no, and they get together, and Adam Lang and Jason Warren going to get together, and Jason Warren, no caution. Unbelievable, as caution doesn't come out. And Jason Warren immediately backs out. And after that, Alan Radecki able to take over the lead as we go back and watch what happened there. As we catch up, and it's already, they're battling out. Jason Warren going to come up a little bit, or try to keep it off the wall. And Adam Lang just going to come up, clip that left rear quarter panel, and send the 32 into the wall and end his night. So but he paid for it a little bit, as he did all that work to try to pass Jason Warren. Spins him out, and then he's going to lose the lead to Alan Radecki. So, and looks like he may have a little bit of damage, and he gets into the wall. So now Andy Kurtz is putting the pressure on him. All right, let's go back and check this little battle out. I've been watching this interval screen, and man, they have been red, which means that they are right on top of each other for so many laps. Aaron Adcock, Charles Stevens Jr., Mickey Isaac, Josh Oswald. You see William Griffith and Jonathan Cofield up there. Cofield actually Running in 6th place with all that damage. See him right up in front of the screen, right in front of the 12. Right there, 153 there. Yeah, that was a, unfortunate. I'm sure Adam didn't mean to do it, but it was a good battle. And just a little impatient, I think. Could have waited a little bit longer. Didn't need to drive that hard and ended up taking out 32. But Aaron Adcock up 15 spots from where he started. He is definitely rolling through the field as he leads his group, been able to work his way through this. As it's like Josh Lookman's coming down pit road. Don't know if this is a scheduled stop or not. I think it is. But he comes down pit road. We'll see what the leaders are going to do. As Adam Lang still running in second, hasn't been passed yet by Andy Kurtz. As David Jones comes down pit road and immediately blinks out, so I don't know what happened there, but maybe having internet connection issues. Checking in 4th place, we got Garrett Kander. Saw him in a big wreck early on, but has gotten himself back up into the top 5 in 4th place. About 4 seconds behind Andy Kurtz in 3rd. So he's got a lot of work to do here. Needs a caution most likely, or a little short pit action might help him out. Cofield, see that damage on the right front. We'll see how much that hurts him. But, man, he's done a great job recovering. Doesn't seem to be hurting him too bad as he's able to keep that going. And right behind him, Daniel D. Cunningham, currently our biggest mover of the race in 6th place. Back up to the 2nd position as Alan Wernecke's starting to step away a little bit. These two are battling it out. About a 7/10 lead Alan has over Adam. Adam's struggling just a little bit, it seems, because Andy's been able to get right back to him every time as they are running up on the lap car of Brandon Wallace in that 99 push pop machine. Andy Kurtz has position on him going down into 3 and 4. See how much more Andy Kurtz has to get off the gas and brake early. Get that car down to the bottom where Adam Lane can really sail it. Oh, and Adam Lane going to get almost picked there by the 99. He is. That's going to give Andy Kurtz the position. So Adam Lane gets picked by the 99, and Andy Kurtz takes over 2nd place. So 25 laps to go. And we got a battle going on. My goodness, like Daytona up here. This is a mess right here. I don't know if everything here is for position. Jason Warren, you see him in that black and red machine in that 32. He's obviously on fresh tires and a fresh car. Trying to make his way through the field, hope for a couple cautions, get back on the lead lap as Chuck and Spencer Gay. Spencer Gay actually a lap down here. This is not for position. Chuck is battling the 19 of Matt Clement and Josh Oswald. Go check up front, Andy Kurtz. Showing his patience. He's going to get a run here as they come off a turn number 2, and Andy Kurtz with a great run through there. I mean, Andy Kurtz, I tell you what, does a masterful job of saving tires. I've run a few races with him where he ran us down there at the end of a run that I was so surprised by, and he does a great job of being patient. not trying too hard, not punishing the car for every position, and is showing right now as he is able to save the tires. This Arca car, like I said, very, very tight on the setups. So it's really, really important that you save the right front. And so far, the first really long run that we've had tonight, Andy Kurt's able to run down Allen and pass him with little to no issue. So go back here, battle for fourth place. Jonathan Cofield showing all kinds of strength here. Oh, William Griffith's going to spin right in front of him. William Griffith spins and brings out the caution. As you see, he's missing a tire. Let's go back and see what happened to him. Oh, he's already tire already jacked up. Let's see if we can go back and see what happened to him. Oh man, gets into the wall again, and good grief. Oh, he hit it pretty hard there a couple times, just bouncing off the wall. And then finally, somewhere around in here, that right front finally lets go. There it is. And so he's just trying to limp around and ends up spinning. May not exactly know that that tire is doing that. But anyway, got guys coming down pit road. All your leaders going to come down and get whatever sets of tires they have left. They should have, everybody should be on their last set here. I can't imagine anybody having two sets, and I definitely can't imagine somebody not having any left. So Andy Kurt's able to win the battle off pit road. Al Renecki second, Adam Lang third, Jonathan Cofield fourth, Garrett Kander fifth, Spencer Gay sixth. So, well, I mean, as far as saving tires go, 19 laps if we go green all the way, which I think is not a very good bet. But if we do go green to 19, it will get the green flag with about 17 laps to go. It's definitely not enough to worry about saving tires. So I think, honestly, that lends itself to maybe Alan Renecki, Adam Lang, Jonathan Cofield, Garrett Kander. I think those guys are going to be pretty strong here. We don't really know what Andy Kurtz can do on the short run, as he just has been chilling and hanging out, taking advantage of that hard racing. And we saw him be able to go up there and take the lead. Now he has it. I know Andy has plenty of speed, but does he have enough short run speed to hold off this group of drivers? I mean, this is the cream of the crop right here. But if I'm Andy, either way, I feel pretty good. Just drive the same race that I've been driving, being smooth, being smart, keeping my car clean, and guard that top side, make them pass you on the inside with the track position. And if we get a bunch of cautions, he's obviously going to be in the best place with control of the restarts. So getting that lead when he did, getting that caution, I still think Andy is going to be the car to beat, assuming he doesn't make a huge mistake. All right, 16 laps to settle this one at Rockingham. Andy Kurtz, Alan Renecki, Adam Lang, Jonathan Cofield, Garrett Kander, your top five. Charles Stevens, Aaron Adcock, Daniel D. Cunningham, Mickey Isaac, and Brandon Pollock, your top 10. And Andy going to get a great start here. Try to get that car out front. Maybe pull Adam Lang along with you. Get him to battle Alan Renecki a little bit. I'm interested to see what Cofield's going to do here, as it's taking him all race to get back up to the front. Oh, no, Alan Renecki going to go around into the wall. Everybody able to avoid him so far. And, oh, no, Aaron Adcock couldn't see that he was up against the wall. And caution is out. Big wreck as Alan Renecki gets loose, gets into the wall, and a lot of drivers involved there. Alan gets loose, spins it back up into the wall, keeps it up there, but drivers just couldn't seem to see that he was against the wall, really off pace, and big accident. Let's go back up here and see if I can catch. You see, it's already happening. We saw it on the broadcast. Comes off the corner, gets loose, overcorrects it into the wall, is able to get it going. But you see, Aaron Adcock will go on board with him and see exactly what he could see. Yeah, you see, he doesn't know Alan Renecki's in the wall right here, and yeah, just at the last second, moves out of the way, but there was somebody under him, and they get together. How many green-white checkers do I think? Well, I don't know. I'm going to say we make it to the end. I know that's crazy to think about, but I don't think we do any green-white checkers tonight. Well, we are under our 5th, 6th, 7th caution. Not even sure at this point. And we are getting ready for a mad dash to the finish here. Kevin Kinder in chat says we're using all the green-white checkers. Well, you see the lights are off on the pace car. We're all going to find out real soon what happens. I think if you're Andy Kurtz here on this restart, I think you want to try to bring Jonathan Cofield along with you to get him side by side with Adam Lang and try to make them battle it out, give you a little bit of space to sort of scoot away. At least that's my thinking. So, well, all right, let's see what happens. And pace car comes off of turn 4. Andy Kurt's going to lead us down to the green flag. And does get a good jump, and Cofield comes right along with him as they go down into turn 1 and 2. Cofield going to be into the inside of Adam Lang, we'll see how they can do off of turn 2. That's been a trouble spot all race long. You see Garrett Kander get a little bit loose, but Cofield is still there. Drives down into 3 and 4. See if he can make that car stick. Is there too much damage? And it looks like Adam Lang going to be able to hold that top side. Gets a huge run. And now he sets the sights on Andy Kurtz. Is Andy going to keep working that inside line as Adam Lang really getting the car wound up on the top side? And here he comes, making that way towards the number 5 machine. Number 5 going to give him the top side. I think that's what Adam Lang really wants to see, as he's going to get a huge run off the corner. He's going to try to dip down. Oh, Andy Kurtz going to block the inside line. I think that's probably a bad move. I think that's the best thing that could happen for Adam Lang, is he's on the outside going to get a huge run off of turn 2. I don't know. They're going to get together. Wow, they kind of just body slam each other, but the car really didn't do anything. Really surprised that Andy Kurtz gave that position to him on the outside. But now I think he's going to pay for it, especially down into turn 1 and 2 right here. Is I think Adam Lang going to be able to make this work off the corner. And he is able to. So Adam Lang takes the win, or the first place. And I think, like I said, I think Andy really, really good on the long runs, but just wondered how he's going to do on the short runs. And it seems like the short run speed maybe just not there, but really surprised that he just gave him the top side. And Adam able to take advantage of that. Oh, Garrett Kander going to get in the wall. Guys giving all they got there. Is now the Jonathan Cofield up to second place. Does Jonathan have enough time to do something with the 8 car? I'm really surprised that 153 is as strong as it is with that damage, but it seems to not be affecting him much at all. Ooh, Cofield comes off the wall, or comes off of the turn and gets into the wall. Going to back him up to Andy Kurtz. Adam Lang going to watch that sail. Watch that race happen and sail off into the sunset, I believe. Side by side for second place. Cofield going to complete that pass again. Yeah, I think if you're Andy Kurtz, you're probably kicking yourself right now for opening the door for that outside. But he hasn't been running that outside all race long, so can't really expect him to do that now. Four laps to go. Adam Lang with a 0.6 of a second lead. You see a little bit of smoke, but I don't see anything on the screen to indicate a caution, so we stay green. Do these top 2, 3 have anything for Adam? As Cofield able to make up a little bit of time there, but I just don't think he's got enough time if he even makes it to him. Cofield definitely driving the wheels off that thing. Adam Lang very, very close to the wall. He is getting all he can running that Larson line. 2 laps to go. Do they have enough time? Cofield really slinging that car in there. Boy, he's going to be there, I think. I think in the next lap or so, he's going to be there. Adam Lang makes one mistake, and that's all she wrote. Go down to 3 and 4, and Cofield. Oh, no! I don't know what happened there, but Andy Kurtz gets into the back bumper of the 153, comes back up on the track, and Adam Lang has taken the white flag and goes down to the corner. I'm not even sure what happened there. But Adam Lang comes off of turn 2, and the white flag is out, and they come down the back straightaway. I have never seen that before. I'm not even sure what happened. It was so weird looking. We'll have to go back and check that out. But Adam Lang going to come off the corner and takes the checkered flag and wins at Rockingham. I think either that or the caution came out. It's really hard to because I'm not getting an indication that the race is over. We'll kind of hold off and see. I believe that's it. Yeah, he's pulling off the track right now, going to do his donut, so it is done. I'm not really sure why it's saying caution down there at the bottom, but congratulations to Adam Lang, who wins in a crazy race there at the end. Let's go back and see what happened between. I'm not even sure what in the world happened here. Is we'll go on the. See if we can go to the far chase view. See what happened right here. We're going to see Cofield is running him down. Yeah, I'm not sure at all what happened there. It looks like I don't know if he just missed the corner. Maybe wheel hopped it or something when he got on the brake. I don't know. He just gets into the wall and for some reason just could not get it slowed down. It just gets right in the back of Cofield. And sends Cofield. And Cofield ends up 16th. So man, I'm not really sure what happened. I may not ever know, but that was crazy. What a wild finish. Yeah, Ratchet Miller said Eddie called the no green-white checkered finish, and I sure did. But, oh my goodness. Well, there's a lot there to digest. I can't believe it. I thought Cofield may have something there for Adam, at least see him race it out. And then I'm not really sure what happened to Andy Kurtz there. And Cofield, just an awful night, man. Just a terrible, terrible night if you're the 153. All started with that tire spin at the beginning. But, man, here's your results. As we go to the race results, that'd probably be better. Adam Lang, your winner. Garrett Kander finishes second. Charles Stevens Jr. finishes third. Daniel Cunningham, fourth. Mickey Isaac, fifth. Chuck Phelps, sixth. Matt Clemens, seventh. Todd Schott, eighth. Ninth, Spencer Gay. 10th, Tyler Rice. 11th, Brandon Pollock. 12th is Josh Oswald. 13th, Alan Renecki. 14th, Phil Hitman Monzo. Colton Lanford finishes 15th. 16th, Jonathan Cofield, very disappointing night. Josh Lokovitz, 17th. Steve McDonald, 18th. 19th, Andy Kurtz. William Griffith, 20th. Aaron Adcock, 21st. Brandon Wallace, 22nd. Jason Warren, 23rd. 24th, Dave Jones. Eric Burkhalter, 25th. Aaron Johnson, 26th. And Gene Watkinson finishes 27th. Well, let's get the Shappy Edits post-race interviews. Good Lord. I don't know. That was a wild finish. There's a lot to process there and a lot to think about. Let's give out some awards while we're thinking about it. I meant to give out the Paint of the Night award. I'm about to give it to Charles Stevens Jr. He is going to be the best paint of the night. We'll actually go back a couple laps and see if we can see him on track. As I do like that paint scheme, so that's going to be your Smil Racing Design best paint. Mr. Irrelevant, I don't really know what this award, how it's supposed to be given out, but I'm going to give it to Brandon Wallace. That sounds like a pretty good candidate. So Brandon Wallace is going to be your Cebulski window tinting. Mike Steffen, Mr. Irrelevant. Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award is going to go to Daniel D. Cunningham, up 19 spots from where he started. So congratulations to him. P&J Hard Luck Award, man, I got to give it to Jonathan Cofield, who had just a cluster of a night, up and down. Just started on the pole, spins out, goes all the way to the back, gets involved in 2 or 3 more incidents, works his way all the way up the front, gonna be battling for the lead, and then just a crazy chain of events. I'm not really even sure what happened to Andy Kurtz, but Andy gets in the corner really hot and spins Jonathan Cofield, and he ends up 16th. It could have been worse, but still, the P&J Motorsports Hard Luck Award for sure. But let's go ahead and get to the interviews. Everybody should be up there at this point, and let's talk to some drivers, see what they thought about this race. Charles Stevens gonna be our first driver. Charles, this is 80th booth. You got me?
I got you, man.
Hey man, well, hey, fantastic race for you. Started inside the top 10 and stayed there all night. And then there at the end, when those two get together, able to sneak in there with a podium finish, man. Tell me about your night. How'd your race go tonight?
It went pretty good on the first run. I once we got through the couple of cautions in the beginning, I just went this tire saving mode. And then when we had that green, a long green flag run, I saved a lot of tire, and I was hoping actually that caution didn't come out because I had fuel to the end, and I was passing people pretty easy on the tires that I saved. But after that caution came out, I came in, got fresh tires, and then just played my cards and like I said, got lucky at the end. Sucks for what happened to Jonathan, but what someone's misfortune, I'll take it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, man, I mean, that's all I really got. I mean, a very quiet race from you, which is always sometimes a good thing, just to quietly get up to a third place finish. But yeah, there at the end, just taking advantage of some misfortune, and that's racing. That's what you got to do. So, fantastic finish for you. You got any sponsor shout outs? Anybody you want to thank?
Just think my team at Dark Horse with everyone on it, and then our main sponsor, Lottridge brake pedals, Flexible Freight Solutions, and just everyone else that puts this league together in and out with Griff and you broadcasting and just like I said, everyone in this league that keeps this thing moving. And then, like I always say, the support from my wife and son allow me to race.
Absolutely. Well, good luck through the rest of the playoffs. I mean, a third place finish is a great deal for you to be able to get you that buffer in the points. You head off into the next week with a good solid inside the top four. That's got to feel good. So good luck next week. We'll be talking to you, I'm sure.
Awesome. Thanks, Eddie.
There's your third place finisher, Charles Stevens. Let's bring Garrett Kander in here and talk to him. Garrett Kander, the Zayden booth, you got me?
What up, Eddie?
Well, sorry, buddy. You didn't win the race tonight, but um, you come home second. You spun out in front of the field. You tried the 2-foot smash, and old Daniel Cunningham, trying to avoid you, gets into the back of you. But man, you're able to recover and come home in second place after those two tangled up. Man, talk about your race. How'd it go?
Man, the setup felt pretty good. Really running that top in 1 and 2, and then cutting it down off the bottom yellow line. Man, it was just a fun race. I mean, I can't say too much about it. It was a good time. A lot of the guys I was racing, we were all in the same Discord, cutting up, having a good time. So, I can't complain about a P2. I was running P4 there with 3 to go, and I think Kurtz and Cofield got tangled up and ended up making me P2. So, can't complain about that at all. I like coming home, getting a good finish out of the deal. So,
Well,
man, it was fun.
yeah, I mean, what was your thoughts as you try to keep that car from spinning back up in front of the field and then get run over and kind of get into a pretty big wreck there? I mean, what were your thoughts as far as, oh gosh, is this going to be bad for the playoffs, or did you keep a cool head and just kind of know that you can make it up? What were you thinking at that point?
Oh man, honestly, playoffs are kind of last thing on mine. I know that next week I'm going to miss the race, so that I'm pretty much out of them. With the points resetting every week, I pretty much had to win to get to the next round, and even wins don't guarantee you in. So playoffs are kind of the last thing on mine right now. It was just trying to go out and get a good finish. Whenever I spun it off a 2, I'm pretty sure it was off 2 anyway. It was pretty much, like you said, 2-foot smash, try and keep the car straight, and just kind of pray that nobody got into me. I guess it was Cunningham that got into me, so I feel bad about that. Cunningham's a heck of a guy. We raced together a lot in the Cup Series as well, so feel bad about that. But man, it was a fun race. Can't complain about a P2 finish for sure.
Well, all right, man. Well, who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout outs?
Well, of course, I got to thank you up in the booth, man. I know you wanted to race tonight. Unfortunately, things didn't work out quite how you planned, but it was a good time out there. Rockingham's a fun track. Those bumps down to 3 and 4 definitely make things interesting. If you can figure out how to navigate those bumps, you can have a really good time. And If you can't, then run that high side in 34 is just an absolute blast. 1 and 2, high entry, low exit. It's that's the name of the game. You can get a heck of a run down the back stretch and have a good time. So shout out to you, shout out to all the racers in the field. It was a lot of fun. Thank Kander Farm and Ranch and Big Frig, Ratchet Speed Shop, man. Anybody that supports me in this deal, it's it's really fantastic. I like having all the guys on board that family watches back home. Ratchet and Dad have both been texting me, saying good job, heck of a race, that kind of thing. So really enjoy getting those text messages and getting the support from back home. Thank you once again up in the booth. Big Friggin' Cross 5 Cattle Coolers, Wolfpack Racing, all my teammates over at Reaper Racing. We had quite a few of us over here tonight. I don't know how they all finished, but it was a good time. I was hanging out in the BDE Discord, and we were all, man, it was just fun. So big shout out to them. Velocity Motorsports, Shock Eye Racing Performance, and Superior Performance Motorsports, new short track team I'm kind of a part of. We had a lot of luck out of Martinsville, so hopefully we can keep it rolling. And like I said, man, playoffs, it's kind of the last thing on my mind, just knowing that I'm going to miss next week in the points reset. So just hopefully we can keep all the momentum rolling and have a good time with it. That's what this series is all about for me, just having a good time with it. And I had a dang good time tonight.
All right, man. Well, good finish, man. Good race and good recovery there. And man, pretty good finish for the old 13 machine.
I appreciate it, Eddie. Have a good night, man.
There you have it. Second place, Garrett Kander. Let's bring in the winner. Adam Lang sets himself up for a good move on into the playoffs. Adam, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Yes, I do.
Well, man, a wild race all over the place for a lot of guys. Making the way up front, and then just a lot of craziness there. You kind of hung around in the top four all race long after that first initial run. And man, talk about your race and how you're able to get the lead and how you're able to get it there at the end and keep it.
Well, I was stuck behind people all night. One of them was Jason Warren, and I just want to go ahead and say sorry. We already talked, but I misjudged the gap trying to get back behind him and got into him down the backstretch. So that was all me. And then I got to that, like, getting the lead. I got to that side of Kurtz, and that's all I needed. I just needed to get to that side of someone, and then I could get around him.
Well, you definitely did that. Cofield was kind of, man, he was doing a great job running you down. I don't think he would have been able to get around you with the high side being as strong as it was. But then there at the end, just an incident between him and Andy Kurtz kind of just gave you a little bit of breathing room on that last lap. But a really, really good race for you, a good win, good way to set yourself up for the next round of the playoffs. Who you got to thank? Any sponsors, shout outs, anything like that?
Yeah, I got to thank my sponsor, Josh White Racing. Go to his website, joshwhiteracing.com. Use my discount code LANG8 for 10% off. I got to thank my wife and kids for allowing me to do this. I got to thank you, Rebels Racing Network, for broadcasting every week. All the awesome sponsors of the Arca series, Lockwood Brake Pedals, Evil Empire, Intensity Broadcasting, Flexible Freight Solutions, Kinder Farmer Ranch. Everybody's great. It was a good race, and once again, I'm sorry, Jason, I didn't mean to get into you.
Well, all right, man. Well, congratulations on the win, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Adam Lang takes home the victory tonight at Rockingham. What a great race. A wild race, a crazy race, a puzzling race, a fun race, exciting. All of the adjectives you could think of to describe it. It had it all. Drama, some playoff drivers with having a lot of issues. Some playoff drivers have some good races. Some playoff drivers who just weren't even here. The points are going to be wide open. So next week is going to be wild as we go to Texas to set the round of 4 at Homestead, Miami. Boy, oh boy, it's going to be a crazy last couple weeks in this ARCA series. So congratulations to Adam Lang and all the top finishers. A lot of people having some really good runs, so congratulations. Everybody that's watching, thank y'all. And hell, we'll see you next week.